herself.
Right.
And she's tried. And so and I've tried. So I get it. How does somebody that white get that dark? I mean, she's pretty dark. She's very caramel.
Yeah, well, they have tanning lotion, and the darker and the more tanning lotion you use, just like with sunblock, they have different levels of it.
But I've used tanning. I've used dark tanning.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't.
And again,
I can't even achieve the level of darkness that I had as a child as an adult.
And the thing about it is, people that want something, they will find a way to do it. Just like with skin bleaching.
I guess I need to find out where I can buy some melanin.
Yeah.
Start taking that medicine.
It's for, I mean, with products and the lines of products that are out there today, if you have the desire to do something, especially in the Asian markets, you'd be surprised what you can find as far as health and with skin.
Now, I'm not trying to have any rhino horn or elephant tusk. I'm not trying to do any of that.
So I understood. But however, the products are out there, and hell, you got the most powerful tool in your hand to find it. Right in your phone, internet, you can Google damn near anything.
So let me ask y'all this. So now, do you think that honestly that she is? How can I say it? I mean, do you think she's wrong for this? You know, I mean, I wouldn't say wrong as in like a crime or something.
We're living in a money motivated society, and that's where her thing is. It lies in financial gain because I mean she's got notoriety, she's got the followers.
But
you know, do I like it? No, but I mean,
here's the problem I see.
Here's the problem. I'm sorry, is that she was featured in some web page about most beautiful black women.
Yes,
that was where. I think the problem arose because it's like she ain't black.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go.
I couldn't even believe those two pictures was the same girl.
Right.
But look at Rachel Dolezal.
Well, yeah, I mean.
But here my thing is, if you may not be of a particular race, but if you find comfort in being around people, certain types of people, that's what you find comfort in, and it's okay. Just don't try to be something you're not. So I have several Caucasian friends that are not comfortable being around other Caucasians. They would prefer to be around Hispanics and blacks. That's what they prefer. That's the company they prefer to keep. They're white. No qualms about it. However, the company they keep, they usually the only white person around. But that's just them. And again, it goes back to our society becoming, instead of it being so well defined as these people look like this, they live here, and you know this is how they are. There's a lot of that has gone out the window. The lines have been blurred so greatly. Some people just are not comfortable in their skin. Perfect example. I mean, you might see a white guy bumping rap music, you know, and to me it's not a problem. You might see a black guy rolling around listening to country music. It is what it is. Whatever you're comfortable with, be it. Just be true to yourself. Don't try to lie to people. So I don't have a problem with it. The only problem I had was when she was in the whole thing about most beautiful black women. No, sit your ass down. You're not black. However, everything else, sweetie, if that's what you feel comfortable doing, do it. Just like Rachel Dolezal.
She is beautiful. She is beautiful.
I didn't have any problem with Rachel Dolezal. And everybody made such a big deal about it. It was like, okay, she's a white woman who's identifies as being black, and then all the work that she's done, everybody just sweeps that under the rug and say, oh, you white trying to be black. But look at all the work she's done.
Right.
So what's the problem?
You know,
I think the problem came when she said that she was transracial. When she was like, I'm even though I was born white, I am black. That's when it was like, okay, wait a minute. Now you talking crazy.
But hold on. It goes back to identifying more with another culture.
And I get that.
And that's just all it is. And you can't fault anybody for that, because what a person feels on the inside, you have to respect that. Just like, you know, you have somebody born as a man say they really feel like a woman. okay, if that's how you feel, by all means do it. But then don't lie to people and tell them, you know, oh, I'm a woman and you really a man, or vice versa. You a woman, you feel like a man. Don't lie to people, say you're a man, because then they might be expecting something and you give them something else. That's gonna cause a problem.
And
Just be honest about it.
You know, then too, I do know a bishop that's here in the city, and he's white, but due to certain circumstances, his mother ended up marrying a black guy, and so he was raised by a black guy. He was not even raised by his own father, and so what happens is that by him being raised around a black man, doing the work as a black man, living with a black man, having black or biracial siblings, and he's the only white person, he doesn't identify as white because he was raised in a black household. Does that make sense? And you know, so when you sit down and you talk to him, if you talk to him on the phone, he doesn't sound like he's white. He sounds like a black man. You know, when he preaches like a black dude. And so, you know, somebody made a comment, was like, man, this is just trying to be black. No, this is his upbringing. This is who he is, you know, and I agree with that 100%. And then, you know, even real quick, one of my favorite tennis players, her name is Madison Keys of USA. Madison is a half-breed, but she identifies as white. Even though she has a darker complexion, beautiful hair, beautiful eyes. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Madison is beautiful, but she says, okay, no, my mom was white, and I'm white, and so it's and so you know, and it's like, okay, because you know most biracial people, you know, especially if they're black in them, they identify more so as being African American.
Because,
you know,
in the black community, that's what we say. You know, if you got to drop a black, you black.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, because that's how racists used to see us. You had a drop of black blood and you were black, no matter what.
And then, but like I have a girlfriend, and this is where it goes into conflictual stuff. You know, it's always supposed to be the race of the mother.
Okay, right.
But yet, I have a friend whose mother is black, her father is white, and her mother will tell you, no, it's the race of the father. So she is white, and I'm going, okay, see, that's different. I'd never heard that before. Well, and she and she has more black features than anybody I know, but she'll tell you she's white.
And you know what? Hey, we got a homeboy that, you know, went to Norman.
Yeah.
He's a half-breed. Now, the funny part about Norman is that his mother was white.
I was going to call him today.
Yeah. His mother was white, father black. If you ever went over his house, his mom was white. His dad was black and a preacher. However, his mother would talk about white people very, very bad. Did you ever meet his mom?
Yeah. I met his mom twice.
Yeah, she would clown white people. And it wasn't all white people. And she made it clear. She was like, it's the racist ones, the ones that have a closed mind. But she would go in on them. It's just like, well, damn. Are you? And she did not sound, quote unquote, white. She talked with a black accent. It was just like, wow.
Black accent.
Yeah, she did. It was because if you ever had a phone call with her, you wouldn't know she was white. You wouldn't know. And then when she had, I don't know if you ever saw what her hair did up with like the little hairdressers and stuff. You wouldn't know. She looked like light skin.
That's kind of like Shaquanda, okay, in customer service when I've been calling back and forth. And Shaquanda. I have been blessed to get her a couple of times.
Shaquanda.
You know, if she did not say, this is Shaquanda, how can I help you? You would not know she was black at all.
Shaquanda.
She has that Harvard degree, Ivy League, summa cum laude,
Shaquanda.
White voice. Yes.
You have to. When you work in corporate America, you have to be able to step into that zone.
Shaquanda.
Yeah, Shaquanda. And you
Shout
have
out Shaquanda.
You have to be able to step into that zone.
So, okay, now you done did something. Now, I know we getting ready to go to break real quick. But, okay, so do you think that is there such thing as ghetto names?
Yeah, absolutely.
So do y'all think that Shaquanda is a ghetto name?
Yes, absolutely.
Shaquanda and I saw somebody's name yesterday, and I was looking at paternity court because, you know, when I'm bored at work, I don't have nothing to do. I look at paternity court. So I was in the paternity court, and this baby name, I'm seeing what was it was Destinaya.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Destinaya, and she had it spelled just like I'm saying it, Destinaya. I was like, oh my God, that looked like the word destination almost, but her name was Destinaya.
Look, my daughter.
I met a white guy named Rufus.
My daughter was almost Qualisha.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What? You gonna name that child Qualisha?
Qualisha Rochelle.
Mm-hmm. And
My best friend.
Jesus
Hold up, my best friend,
Christ.
my BFF, Kwajlin, and my other girlfriend, Lakeisha, Qualisha.
wow.
Okay, we're going to break on that note. Okay, so check this out real quick. I'm gonna take us to break, because you just done messed me up with these names. I just can't do it. Disco Inferno by the Tramps. That's one of my favorite songs. And last but not least, our last selection we're gonna play today. Shout out to the Justin F. Kimball High School marching band, Night Train, Boogie Wonderland by Earth, Wind and Fire, and Emotions. We'll be right back in about 5 to 7.
Right.
We can't keep a connection today.
Yeah.
You can't keep a connection.
Yeah, I've had this is the third broadcast, the
Yeah,
third
I
segment.
think I've had to reset like 4 or 5 times.
So how did you do that 360 camera? Like when you at the thing, how did you do the 360? Because I could not figure that out for nothing. I'm like,
Before you start it, it gives you an option in the bottom, and you have to click that.
Catch us every Saturday on the B-side of the After Party Radio, because we're bad like that.
And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
Those colors
SoundCloud,
look good,
and now
don't they?
Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you
I'm
have
on-
You know, at first I couldn't figure out if they were like dipped in jelly, but then I saw that they were candied.
See you at the park.
I'm like,
The candy.
so then you bite into them and you get the crunch and then you get the
Yeah,
juice.
oh, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I know they're good. I'm gonna order a dozen from her. I'm gonna order a dozen from
See,
her.
connection is weak, which means it's gonna go south on me here in a minute.
So do
For
we
those
have
of
to-
y'all on Facebook, we having some connection issues. That's why we keep going in and out and in and out. So I apologize. We're gonna have to figure something out. Maybe have to, resort to taping and then airing later. I don't know.
Well, we're going to start doing that anyway next year. We're going to start doing that because what happens is that I'm going to start uploading our videos to our website. And so I'm looking at a couple more things, and I may have to have you help me with that, help me get the website designed. I think I'm going to try Wix.com. I thought about going back to GoDaddy, but Wix, I think has a lot more options, that I can use. And a lot more little tricks or something like that. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing anyway. I don't know what I'm doing.
What kind of plugs are these that the mics are plugged into?
What do you mean?
Down here?
Those are audio plugs.
Because I've been looking at mics, wireless mics and whatnot, trying to, work something out, find something. Leave that door open for a minute. Let some fresh air.
Oh, you
No!
looking? Okay.
It's hot. Are you not hot? I'm like,
My bad.
I can't take my shirt off like you did.
well, you could,
I
but
could.
I
may
know,
take
but
us
mine's
out
a little
there.
bit. Just a little bit.
I done messed this up again.
I am off work today for a second. Ooh.
I give y'all credit. I have more than one job. I don't like people that much.
Huh?
To have more than one job, I don't like people that much.
Say that one more time?
To have more than one job, I
Oh,
don't like people that much.
I'll tell you what.
Well,
You know what? I do Not that they watching, but if they were, shout out to my ladies over there at Bed Bath & Beyond at North Park. Bad bitches over there. Thank y'all hooking me up with that last item.
Okay, who watching? Let's see.
I just reconnected, so.
Hey, Moni. Thank you so much for watching. What's up, Kim? Appreciate it. Okay.
And can I just say something else? What?
Pull it up.
Oh, pull it up. Here's something else I noticed. When I was at my Arlington Bed Bath & Beyond, okay, I was looking at some items, and they were running, you know, well, depending on the brand and what type, you know, you're looking at $80, $250, you know, whatnot. And I was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So then when I went online, one of the items that I was looking at in particular, I'm trying to find this again. Literally was $20 cheaper online. That was before my 20% coupon. So I'm like, oh, hell, I am buying this mess online.
You show them that they'll match the price, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Buy it online, have it delivered, I'm good.
But you already.
And I got my 20, but you also got a 20% off, and I already had one, so I used my one online for that item. I used my $10 off coupon on another item, and then when I went to North Park and bought my other items, I used my 20% off that I saved by going online and buying. So, but North Park, several other items actually, were $10, $20, even $40 cheaper at North Park than it was in Arlington. I'm like, hold up. Over here in the broke neighborhood, y'all got things more expensive than y'all do over here in the rich neighborhood. And then on top of that, in the rich neighborhood, their Bed Bath & Beyond is like twice the size of the one in Arlington. I'm like, you know what? I may just have to start shopping in North Park.
Well, here's the thing that you got to understand about Arlington. Property taxes went up because of the stadium. So things are going to be more expensive in Arlington because you're right there by the stadium. The closer you are to that stadium, the more expensive things are going to be because they're having to recoup that money that the city gave up for Jerry World.
I will be not shopping in the area.
However, them ladies at Bed Bath & Beyond in North Park are kind of nice.
Oh, let me tell you. Hell, I after I purchased my items, I know I stood there another 5-10 minutes just chit-chatting because we were just going at it.
What was her name? I think one of them's name was Cheryl and Jasmine.
I had 4 women in front of me, so it could have been any of the above.
Because I know when I go up there with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you doing? They thought she was
So
my wife.
next time I go up in the North Park, Bed Bath & Beyond, I'll be like, hey, y'all know Reggie? He's coming up here with his sister.
No, they thought that was they thought she was my wife.
And then when they found out she was your sister, it was like, hey.
Like, oh no, that's my sister.
Hold up. Let me give you a special discount.
Okay.
Be like, hey, can I get that Reggie discount? Oh, what are you looking at now? Oh, you know, I didn't read that article. I know you sent it, but I didn't read it.
I'm a little conflicted with it because I think that
I'm conflicted with that Jesuit situation. The school, they said they have 11 accused sexual abusers. Going back to the 1970s?
Yes.
I'm like, hold up.
Yes.
How long?
I seen that.
What?
Stand by, y'all.
I'm like, seriously, y'all killing me. They let sexual offenders go every day. Every day. And I will continue to preach this. I will continue to say it for For those people who don't believe it, I'm sorry. We are not seeing strong enough. Good morning. Sorry.
Good morning.
I'll finish my thought here in just a second.
No, go ahead. I mean, go ahead.
Since we're live now,
we're
talking about sexual abusers, pedophiles, whatnot. Within, like right now, we have 11 accused in a Jesuit school that go back 30 plus years.
Wow.
And they're just now coming to light with this information. But I think the primary reason why we don't see harsher punishments against pedophiles and child abusers is the fact that our lawmakers are the ones that are breaking these laws.
No, and that's part of it. However, the ones that are making the laws are usually, they look like the child molesters. That's
what I'm saying. Is it's like, we think that, these people that we have in power are lawful, upstanding citizens, and yet they're the ones that are in the backs doing all the dirty.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, biggest criminals, most of them don't have tattoos, earrings, or piercings.
Right.
Half the time they wear suits every day.
Every day. They're in your families, they're in the schools. People be in denial.
And then people used to make fun of like the Catholic priests, but everybody knew it was true.
Man, everybody knew them Catholic priests was messing with those children.
How you gonna stop a man from getting married and having a woman and being with a woman?
Right.
That don't make no damn sense.
But here's the thing with that, okay, and this was a discussion I had with somebody else too. It's not so much about, not being with a woman, because most of these priests were messing with boys.
Mm-hmm.
I think not all priests, but some priests hide behind the cloth to hide their sexuality.
Absolutely.
Because even here in 2018, we are stigmatizing homosexuality. There is still a lot of persecution. There is still a lot of judgment. And people still are not comfortable in coming out and saying, I'm gay. Which is why a lot of gay people say, I'm bisexual. Because they feel like if they say they're bisexual, it makes them less of a threat. And it's like, no, and no. Now,
that's like saying if you black, you biracial.
Right.
The bullshit.
If I'm and I'm not saying that all bisexual people are not bisexual, but I am saying that, like, when my son first came out to me, he came out bisexual, and I was like, yeah, no.
I just think that, like, if you just sexually, if you just explore sexually, sex and stuff like that, just do it. I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. We are still such a judgmental society that people don't feel comfortable in coming out.
Well, I think that, what you're saying, I think that why society is so judgmental is because there has to be a label on everything. You got to be a Democrat or a Republican or independent. You either be straight, gay, bi. If you are a lesbian, you are a butch queen, you are a femme. Right. I mean, you got a whole... Everything has a label. And because the way that things are confounded now, people are saying, no, I'm not a label. I am a person that has evolved from this point, and to me, just honestly, I just think that, especially when we're talking about pedophilia, we got to think about it. This has been going on since the beginning of time, even in the Bible days. Hell, Mary, Jesus' mother, had him at 14. Okay, so we under, and I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm just saying that what happens is that these, even y'all remember I sent the oracle to y'all that it was on the Texas Senate floor that they were trying to make pedophilia a sexuality.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, so because people feel like, okay, well, I can't control my urges. Okay, well, whatever. I mean, see a therapist, get some electrodes in your brain, whatever you need to do. I think that if we as a society take a step back and say, okay, how do I don't stop doing what I'm doing, for example, but how can I get to a place where I can say, okay, this is what I do, this is who I like, and all this kind of stuff, but let me keep it in the confines of my own life, because if you stop people from living their lives, if they living them in secret and stuff like that, sooner or later, like something like Dwight Howard, you'll either get exposed, you'll be ridiculed, you'll be dogged, all kind of different stuff will happen to you. And I think we stop labeling so many things.
Well, here's the problem.
It'll be okay.
There's one thing to label somebody, but to make that label all they are.
Right.
Is the problem.
Right.
So you can be this, you can be that. Because I'll give you a perfect example. When we were growing up in school, like if you knew me in the classroom, you knew me as a nerd. If you knew me on the football field or from playing, sports, you knew me as a jock. However, I was both. Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't fit in that box. Black, white, other. I don't. I like Hispanic music. I like R&B. I love country. I love jazz. I'm like in. You can't. Right. I am
whatever
unique
evolving beings.
Right.
And I love being around most people. No matter their ethnic background.
I don't like people at all.
Well, I don't like people,
but
there are some few people that I enjoy their time and their company. Sometimes I prefer that company to be quiet.
I don't like people. I just need y'all to know that.
Now that's my thing. Now, I don't mind being around people. I'm very social. Y'all do know this. I don't mind sparking up a conversation with anybody. I'll spark up a conversation, but then after I'm done with you, go away. That's it. That's how I am. And then there are times when I don't want to hear nothing. Just don't talk to me.
Right.
Don't even call me.
Just watch the movie.
And I did not know that Hendrix was antisocial up until we got to the hair show. When we did the hair show previously, he was like,
well,
no.
But
I'm good with small groups.
Yeah,
Small
I'm good.
Small groups.
And I was like, what?
But just to strike up a conversation. I mean, I don't know. I'm different. It's like, okay, at the store the other day, I'm just talking.
Yeah.
I'm just talking, and my husband will tell you, he's like, how do you do that? Just talk randomly to strangers, and I'm like, I don't know. But then,
I mean, no strangers, and that's crazy.
Then it's like,
I mean, no strangers.
Now you have the camera in front of me, or you have some,
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, okay.
But and see, the funny part is, I've learned, and I've learned it from my dad, because my dad is very antisocial. You wouldn't know it.
Yeah, I was gonna say really, because he seemed very.
He will talk to people to a certain extent. But then, did you notice when he got tired of talking, he was back and forth?
He disappeared.
He disappeared.
He
was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Well, hell, you disappeared too.
Exactly. We got tired. I get tired of people, and it's nothing personal.
Yeah.
However, I can't deal with all that, and even for the game, right? We got field level seats. Mm-hmm. We chilling. Everybody else is they want to see the players and stuff. I'm chilling in the background. I don't like people that much. I get a couple pictures, take a couple videos, I'm done. I step back, I'm chilling in the back. I don't want to be up in all that mess and stuff. Mm-hmm. So the experience was, number one, the tickets and stuff, that was for my brother and my dad to have the experience. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I wanted them to make sure that they had an experience, and so it's like, hey, this is our early Christmas gift. Here you go. Boom. You can. But for me personally, I'd be fine watching the game at home. Mm-hmm. I don't like people that much. But, I get it from my dad. Because me and my dad were the same way.
See, your dad tried to give me his ticket, too. He's like, you want my ticket? And I was like, because he asked me if I was going to the game. I was like, nah, I'm going home. I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
After I saw them pictures you posted, I was like, damn, I should have taken them tickets.
and see, and y'all think it's not that we just hate people. It's just too many people.
Yeah,
we're good in small groups.
It's
but
overwhelming.
When it's just too many people, it's like, and then he got busy going back and forth, and he disappeared. Just like I disappeared. But it wasn't anything personal. It's just us. I don't do a whole bunch of
No,
things.
I get that. I get that.
See, back in the day, I used to love throwing social gatherings in Houston.
Yeah,
Like
I
back
know.
in the day, I used to love throwing them because I was like very social. But then as I got older, it's like, okay, I throw one maybe 3 times a year. Then it's like once a year. Now it's 0 a year. You know, and I have people like all the time like, bro, when you gonna do another little set? No, my homeboy's doing one. You know, I may swing through there. You know, you swing through there. You know, chill out for about an hour or so. I'm out. I burn out. I'm like that at church. You know, after they say, man, I'm out the door. I got to go. I mean, because I don't want to talk that much. You know,
Right.
not that I'm just a jackass or something. I'm ready to go. I don't want to be. I want to be to myself and with my own thoughts. You know, and my own aura.
And
I
this
just
is
got
the
like
funny
that.
part. Growing up, like in your position and my position, you being drum major, me being a jock.
Yeah.
Everybody thought we were. I'm not a social butterfly. I don't like big. I was at events because it was the football team was going. You know, the track team is going. You know, the swim team, we're going here. I was at events for those purposes only. Other than
Yeah.
that, soon as like, okay, we're done. Okay, boom, I'm gone.
You know what? I had an idea real quick, since we off the cover real quick. Since we always talking about the K, right? We need to have a class of 97 reunion show. So we can
Okay.
get some of my classmates up here.
You sure you want to do that?
97?
Yeah, 97.
Oh my God.
Absolutely, I do. I want to invite some of our just
I'm
left Kimball
so
High
old
School
up in here.
classmates.
You don't
class
look
of
it, sweetie.
1997. Maybe I'll invite some of y'all up here so we can see how y'all been doing and stuff.
Because I
I'm
think
nervous.
we got some.
I'm nervous.
Well, we do have some classmates that have very successful businesses.
We do.
You
We
know,
do.
and not only that, but then they have very successful careers.
Yeah.
And just low key with it, and I love
Yeah.
that about them.
We were actually pretty low key when
Right.
we were at school. You know, we were hyper, but we just wasn't that hyper. We were hyper when it was necessary.
Right.
You know, then it was like, okay, well, where is everybody at? No, we just chilling. You know, we just didn't want to be bothered. And hell, I skipped class so much that you couldn't even find me no way. So you know, I'm just saying, you know, but yeah, maybe we could do that.
Okay.
Invite some of these, these alumni up here, from the K. You'd be interested.
Or maybe we do an on the spot show at the K.
Well, we got to ask the principal.
Yeah, I forgot.
Obviously, we can't just pop up like that no more. You
Yeah.
know, like we used to be able to go and, chill with the band, or, you go and see what's up with the football team, see what they did to the place, they kind of did. You can't even do that no more without going through the front of the school, going through a metal detector. They're going to cabinet search you, and, they're going to check my hair, all kind of stuff.
Because I remember it was
You
cool.
can't get into school no more.
I remember it was cool because the old heads, when we were there, they would come up and holler at the coach.
Right.
And it was cool.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah.
okay, it was cool. You talk to coach, hey, coach, or you let the coach know. Because even back, like, in early 2000s, when I was working for Pepsi and I was bringing Gatorade to the school, I just called the coach up, hey, coach, what y'all doing? I got some Gatorade. I'm going to drop off. Hey, go come up. We got a workout session coming on. We got some drills. I want you to show some of these linebackers how to do some. All right, cool. Bet. I'll be there. It was done.
Yeah.
And now it's like you got to go
Ain't
through
do it
all
no
this
more.
red tape. And it's like,
Yeah.
hell, we always had to go through metal detectors.
Always.
Sure did.
Got
But
people messing it up.
But metal detectors didn't work, bro. You still sneak a box cut in through your socks. I mean, it didn't really work.
Well, they
Yeah,
didn't
so maybe we
really.
do
I
that.
was a nerd. They really didn't check me. If I came in through the front, they didn't check me. If I came in through the back,
Wow.
they searched me down. Cause,
Wow.
Well, because they always had the coaches at the back,
Yeah.
and then they had the teachers at the front.
Right.
However, if I came through the front, most of the teachers just waved me through.
Mm-hmm.
They would wave me through.
Right.
They didn't. However, if I came in through the back, them coaches, what you up to? You usually go through the front. What you up to?
See, I could get in by, like, where they had the metal detector and they had the monitor down by the band room.
Right.
Of course, I could walk through there.
Right.
And I could always walk in through by ROTC room. We
Right.
go, that little area where you go by the lunchroom and you walk in and you go through those doors. I can go through there,
Right.
But the front of the school, man, I hated going through the front of the school, man. And I hate when Mr. Coleman, because, I fell under his last name. I hate when Mr. Coleman, is he still living?
I don't know.
Anyway, so I hated when he would come and be like, Stephen, get your little behind in that class, because I know you don't have nothing else to do but cause all kind of trouble and kind of havoc. And I'm Mr. Clothing, I'm going to class, man. You know, and then next thing you know, he find me in the damn hallway. You know, so I mean, you know, so stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't like going to the front of the school, but yeah, man, we might have to do that. We might have to have an alumni show.
Because I know our picture is still up in there from the first academic decathlon team.
Oh yeah,
because we went to regionals.
My picture's up.
Yeah,
I got a couple of pictures up there. I was like, Lord, there I am for real.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, but
we made some history. Our class made some history at the camp.
Yeah, I mean, we had fun, man. School was fun for us. You know, it really was. So I'll tell you what, it's 10:45 real quick. I mean, 11:45. 11:45. 11:45. What else I want to talk about? Now, you know, did anybody give us any suggestions? Did anybody Facebook us? No? Because I hadn't looked.
We having problems with signals and stuff.
Okay.
Well, they could always call it in, but you know,
Yeah.
evidently their phones broke, but whatever.
I know. No, nobody's phone is broke. So next week, let's talk about next week. So next week, you know, we want to do the Christmas / year-end show, because it's going to be our last show of 2018.
Right.
Can y'all believe it? We are at
this
the
year
end
has
of the year.
gone by like a blink.
We've done a lot. You know, next week I want us to reminisce, you know, for our year, you know, and then I want to talk about how our lives have changed with the show. You know, and I don't know about y'all, but my life has kind of changed like a whole lot with this show, because you know, I am getting people in my DM. I just don't say nothing that much, you know. But you know, I get people in my DM, you know. But then also, I'm finding out that a lot of people actually need, you know, shows like this, you know, to really vent and tell how you feel and stuff like that, and you know, also to even just help advertise, you know, which we do advertise.
Right.
So don't play with it. We do advertise. You know, so stuff like that, you know, I'm finding my rhythm, you know, as being a talk show host.
There's a lot to learn.
There's a lot to learn.
And growth in this.
Mm-hmm. And so, and then too, Miss Peaches is gonna be here. Y'all make sure y'all order something from Miss Peaches.
I can't order nothing.
Yes, you can.
She got non-alcoholic?
She got non-alcoholic.
Yeah. It's only infused if you tell her.
Ah.
Yeah, it's only infused if you tell her. So like the strawberries, you can still get the strawberries. You can get the pineapples.
And candied strawberries.
The candied strawberries look good, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh
look,
my God.
infused or uninfused, I want them.
Man, mine's gonna be infused with some Crown, because that's what I want.
You want Crown?
I want Crown. Well, you know, I'm a brown liquor person. And you know, the liquor store downtown, right here around the corner over there on Lamar, Alpha Lamar, they had this little bottle of Crown like this. That sucker was $40. I said, what y'all smoking? But then I went over there to get the Jack Daniels. They had the big bottle of Jack for $36. The big bottle of Jack. So you know I got the Jack.
Right.
So it's going to be that Crown or that Jack, you know.
Okay.
And I hadn't had any alcohol in forever, because
Look.
I hadn't had any, you know, well, since the tailgate party.
Let me just say, I have become a connoisseur of some things. You know, I like to mix it up during the wintertime because, you know, I tried to explain to my boys, you know, in the summertime you do cold drinks. In the wintertime you do hot drinks. And hot apple cider.
That's one of my favorite drinks.
Hot apple cider, and mix that with some Fireball or any kind of cinnamon whiskey.
Yeah, I used to do
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still like you drinking hot apple cider, and then
You
you
just
be
getting
like,
a buzz, just getting something else with it, huh?
until you sitting sideways.
It's also eggnog season.
Yes, I got my eggnog.
I love eggnog.
I got my bourbon.
God. Man, my grandmama's eggnog recipe is the bomb. Oh my God, bro. Man, Granny make that eggnog. We used to be leaning, bro. I was like, oh, dang, grandma. You still lean to the other side trying to get it right, man. I love eggnog.
Okay.
You know.
Well, for those of us that can't drink, it's good season to blaze up, but it's always good season to blaze up.
Right? When's ever a bad season?
And I was gonna say again, congratulations to the state of Michigan. I'm so jealous with y'all right now.
Yep,
because
it is
y'all,
the 8th. It is the 8th.
I know.
I did not make my flight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
You make it. Yeah, you need to go down there, but you still go to Colorado.
And I got my cousin in
You
Colorado.
can go to DC.
I don't know nobody in DC.
You go to Vegas.
You go to Vegas.
I don't need to know anybody in Vegas.
Hey, I got some friends in
Cali.
Vegas.
The
Yeah.
after party radio is in Cali.
Right,
Yes,
right.
we do. Go to Cali, going around the corner. I ain't never seen the studio out
You
there,
haven't-
but I'm
You've
sure
never
some-
watched any of the shows on the West Side?
No,
No,
it's
no.
a difference
Okay.
between
I'm
seeing it
talking-
online versus being
out
in the
there.
studio.
And you know, and being
Okay.
out there, I'm sure it's we stole like across the street, around the corner somewhere.
Yeah. So we got y'all Facebook.
I know it's one. So congratulations to the state of Michigan, Texas. We will be on that bandwagon. Y'all don't think that we gonna pass in Texas? We got something for y'all.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen because we need it.
Here's the thing that everybody
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
understand. The tax revenue alone is reason to do it.
Right.
Millions to
I
billions.
mean,
The
the tax revenue alone,
And
bro.
here's the other thing. If you have not, this is your warning. Right now, the stock market is going crazy. If you have not invested in any marijuana stock,
That's
I
right.
suggest you do so right now.
Dip.
You
in.
might want to go ahead and go and buy you a few shares of all these different marijuana
But
companies.
yeah, you only need a few.
Because
You
I'm going
don't
to tell
need
you
a few
right
of
now.
them, for real.
I'm going to tell you right now, I have tripled the money that I put in weed stock in less than a year.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's
It's
why.
less
Yeah,
than a year.
but see, we talked about this though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Well,
So-
Hendrix did say, he had a couple. Now listen, when we say we have a couple stock tips, we're not telling you to end up in jail like Martha Stewart type shit.
Right, no.
We talking about, actually assisting you in building wealth for your future and for your legacy.
Right.
Right.
And so Hendrix got some cool stock tips. He gave me some great advice. I invested. I am proud of my investment. Okay? And so listen, jump in there. Hit us up in the inbox and say, Hendrix, what y'all got going on? Email us at MashThaGas at gmail.com or MashThaGas at yahoo.com. Say something because my boy Hendrix got a lot of knowledge on that marijuana stock, and it ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's a great investment.
And here's the other
Great
thing.
investment.
People want to, like, if you don't know about how to get started in the stock market, and that's fine because everybody doesn't have knowledge.
Right.
However, look around your house. Just
And
look around your
everything
house
that
and
you
look
purchase.
at the stuff that you buy.
Right.
Those are the companies who you should be investing in their stock.
In their stock.
That
Hello.
easy.
That
It's
easy.
That easy. And all you have to do is understand one thing. Right now, in the wintertime, tech prices they skyrocket. Why? Because we got
Everybody's
Christmas.
buying it.
Everybody's buying everything.
Right,
So right
right.
now is the time to scope out your tech stock. But what you want to do is buy oil. Oil right now is low.
Go. Right.
However,
right.
the gas, the natural, the heating oil and stuff like that, that's on the rise. That's a little high because it's winter. However, normally right now during this time of year, oil stocks are low. You want to jump in and buy. Summertime rolls around, people get to moving around. They get to traveling. They doing all this.
That's
Oil
right.
stocks go up
That's right.
every year,
And you make money.
and you make money. Now, don't think you're going to get in the stock market and say, ooh, I'm going to double my money in like 6 months. No.
No.
You
It's
got
a
to play
long-term
long-term
plan.
game.
Long-term.
Long-term. However, what you can do is in the wintertime, you scope out your tech stocks. And when your stocks in oil go up in the summertime, you can sell some of those off and you buy some tech stock. That way you have not lost any money, yet you've expanded your portfolio for stock.
And then another thing too, because speaking about stocks, and if you just kind of want to, maybe kind of play with it a little bit, get you some penny stocks.
Right.
Penny stocks will teach you how to move your money and grow this little piece over here, or say, okay, well, I don't think that was a wise move that I made over there. It'll teach you everything. Learn your tickler numbers and your tickler codes.
Ticker.
Ticker. I'm
Tick-
like, what?
I always say ticker. Ticker.
He
not
wants a tickler.
Yeah. He feeling a little freaky. I told y'all he was a slut puppy, but
Y'all are
y'all gonna
so
believe me one day or
nasty.
He wanted
another.
a
However,
tickler.
Y'all know, I mean, do y'all know that people be in my inbox sending me all their body parts and stuff? We gotta
I
stop
understand.
saying that I'm a slut puppy on the radio and on the air, because people they inboxing me and they sending me their body parts and they saying come hit this and all kind of stuff.
How you think I feel?
I had a chick hit me up talking about I'm over here at the what was it, the Windstar or something like that. I mean, not the Windstar. The what's the Green Hotel out there by the Wingate.
Wingate.
The Wingate over there, going towards DFW. She was hitting me up talking about, I'm over here at the Wingate. Come hit this. I'm like, oh my God, for real? You serious? I'm visiting in town. Come hit this.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
You know, so I'm just like, wow.
Y'all
you
would
know?
be surprised
Yeah.
at the stuff we get in the inbox.
Oh my God, I'm just like, for real. bro.
That's all.
I'm like, wow. I mean, I always mess with Hendrix.
I ain't get
Sunshine.
shit in the inbox.
You
You
except-
married.
supposed
I get
to.
chain letters.
You're not supposed to have nothing in the inbox, Miss Sunshine, because I ain't trying to have Joel Pitt this show. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I need my fourth. Okay, I don't need no issues and kind of shit like that. Okay, so I'll tell you what, y'all, we got to get ready to end the show. We got about 5 minutes left. And
Oh
so,
my gosh.
I'll tell you what. So let's get some real quick encouraging words. Hendrix, I'll start with you, man, because you always do your random thoughts. Give us some encouraging words real quick, bro.
You know what? Fuck them.
And feed them fish on Friday, even though it's Saturday.
There you go. and y'all laughing, but and I say that with it. I'll say fuck them. At the end of the day,
Damn.
the only person that really you need to make happy is a person in the mirror. You have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror every day and be comfortable with who you are. With that being said, that doesn't mean you stay the person. You will continually grow, continually expand. Do not compare yourself to anybody else. Your journey is your journey. It's not set to anybody else's time clock but your own.
Right.
Don't compare yourself to everybody else because you never know the battle that they are facing behind closed doors. So when I say fuck them. Do you?
Okay.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
And twice on Friday.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I ain't not disagreeing with anything. You said
Yeah.
okay. Miss Sunshine, what you got?
I'm in poetry mode.
You in poetry mode?
I've been
Okay.
reading profusely for the last couple of weeks. If y'all haven't gotten Becoming Michelle Obama, that book is off the chain. I highly recommend it. Read it. Audible has it with Michelle narrating. OMG.
She
The bomb.
is the best first lady of the United States we've ever had. You know.
I'm telling
But
you.
anyway,
I'm
go
telling
ahead.
you. Okay, so talking about being comfortable with self.
Mm-hmm.
Homage to My Hips by Lucille Clifton. These hips are big hips. They need space to move around in. They don't fit into little petty places. These hips are free hips. They don't like to be held back. These hips have never been enslaved. They go where they want to go. They do what they want to do. These hips are mighty hips. These hips are magic hips. I have known them to put a spell on a man and make him spin like a top.
Well.
Well,
Love
Wow.
your hips.
love your hips.
Hey, it is
Like Samore says, shh, shh. Y'all don't know
With the
that.
hula hoop?
The hula hoop. Shh, shh.
Yeah.
Look, it's look. I know that there are beautiful women in every shape, size, and color. However, it's wintertime, and for those that like a lot of hips, do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I mean, they were nice leggings, Saints.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The name of the show is MashThaGas, ladies and gentlemen. And so I thought you talking about something like stuff like that, like she is fitting herself in her leggings, like she just did.
Oh, don't look. I can't see that.
So I just told them to get some encouraging words, and then they want to start talking about people in leggings that don't fit. So I'm just trying to figure that out. Okay, so real quick, my only thing that I have to say to everybody today is don't stop. Keep going. Don't stop. I don't give a damn what it is. I don't care if it's a bill that might be due that you need to pay. Pay the bill. You okay? You alright? Are you just going? Oh, okay. I was making sure I didn't want to see because that spice rum.
Don't count yourself out.
Yeah, don't count
before
yourself
you
out.
get in.
That's right. That's good, Miss Sunshine. Keep pushing. Let nothing stop you. Don't stop. Your dreams are only dreams if you don't put any action towards them. So keep going. Don't stop. No matter what, just don't stop. And on that note, listen, on next week, like I stated to you guys, we're going to be right here again, right here on the side B of the After Party Radio. We hoping we're going to win some awards on tomorrow night. So we got our fingers crossed. And again, thank you so much for visiting us. Follow us again on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Snapchat. We're going to get back to our SoundCloud, but I think I'm going to swap up our podcast. I'm thinking about, taking it back old school to Rhapsody. Because Rhapsody is actually coming back, and that's kind of why I've been a little bit, hesitant to putting our material back on SoundCloud. So we're thinking about that real quick, but we're gonna definitely make sure that we also get MashThaGas.com up and going for you again real soon. So again, on behalf of myself and the MTG crew, we're gonna see you on next week. We hope you enjoyed the show. Again, peace and blessings, and we'll see you and catch you on the flip side.
All right,
Peace.